Hey bookkeepers, it's Trudy at Maven. We've all heard of the fear of failure. That makes perfect sense. But what if the real thing holding you back is a fear of success? That sounds really strange, right? But for a lot of entrepreneurs, that fear is real. And worse, it often works behind the scenes, quietly sabotaging your momentum. So let's shed some light. The fear of success is very quiet, and it doesn't show up like a panic. It shows up like procrastination, avoidance, undercharging, being inconsistent. It's the part of you that says, what if I can't keep it up? What if I outgrow the people I care about? What if success makes me too visible and I get judged? Well, here's the truth. Success does require change, and sometimes we fear what that change will cost, even if we want the results. If this topic resonates with you, take a second and hit the like button. That helps me be able to create more useful videos like this. Here are 5 subtle but powerful ways that this fear shows up in real life. Number 1, you delay moving projects that would actually move you forward. You almost finish the onboarding guide or course or website, but you don't hit publish. Why? Because once it's out there, expectations will follow. Visibility follows. Judgment from your peers follows. It's growth. It's desperately uncomfortable, but you got to adjust to it. And the sooner you make it normal, the less power it will hold over you. Number 2, you don't raise your rates even when you're booked solid. You know your service is worth more, but raising prices might mean new expectations, new scrutiny, or losing clients that you've outgrown. In reality, this rarely is the case. In fact, most of the mentees that I've worked with tell me with some degree of shock that most of their clients didn't even notice a price hike, and not one of them ever said a thing. Number 3, you undervalue or downplay your expertise. Do you ever catch yourself saying, oh, I'm just a bookkeeper? Even when clients rave about your value, you shrink instead of shining. The easy fix? Competence builds confidence. Brush up on your skills and learn new ones every single day. Learning, educating, self-improvement, those are lifetime commitments when you're an entrepreneur. They don't end just because you started a business. They actually begin when you start your business. That's intimidating, I know, but that's the nature of being an entrepreneurial bookkeeper. Number 4, you avoid systems that would make you scalable. You know that creating SOPs or automations or hiring help would give you breathing room, but some part of you resists. Why? Because real systems equal real growth, and that equals real responsibility. You're avoiding the unknown layers of responsibility that you'll be adding to your plate. We all do it. It's perfectly normal. And in retrospect, we all wonder why we didn't do it sooner, because it was actually easier than we had anticipated. And number 5, you constantly redo or tinker instead of launching. You tell yourself you're perfecting it. But deep down, you're just avoiding the risk of people seeing your work, or worse, expecting more from you afterward. Deep down, you know there's no right time and that perfection is an unattainable unicorn goal, but you stall by seeking it anyway. That's an excuse. No one is perfect. No one you admire is perfect. None of your role models are perfect. You've got to start anyway. So here are your action steps, what to do when you're sabotaging yourself, because it can be rewired and there are some action steps you can do immediately. Number 1, track your delay points. Look at the last few things you said you'd do but then didn't finish, and ask yourself, am I afraid of the next level after this task is done? Call it what it is, resistance dressed as logic. Secondly, define what success will actually require from you, and don't be vague, write it down. What success would require of me is blank. Fill in that blank. Is it giving up control and trusting someone else? Is it exposing yourself to the scrutiny of others? Is it pissing off clients that you like and then having to capitulate to them? And what I'm afraid it might cost is blank. Fill in that blank. Making higher level mistakes and the extra work they create, and I might have to eat it. The criticism of losing loyal people in my circle. Now, you're dealing with specifics, not shadows. And that's very true, because when you lose weight, you lose your heavy friends. When you stop drinking, you lose your drunk friends. It's normal, unfortunately, but you are elevating yourself and you're growing. And yes, you do grow out of people and places in your life. Number 3, create 1 success habit per week. Pick a small win that aligns with the future version of you. Book a photo shoot. You need a headshot. Raise your rate by 10%. Automate an email process. Each one chips away at the old fear and reinforces your capability. So sometimes it's not the failure we're afraid of, it's what success might demand of us. But in all honesty, you're not just capable of growing, you're capable of handling that growth. And Maven's here to make sure you do with systems, not stress. So down below in the comments, you're going to see a self-sabotage check-in sheet. You're going to want to use that to help spot those sneaky habits before they stall your success. You can find it down below in the comment section. And as always, if you've got another 4 minutes, we've got another episode. Up next, reputation crisis. That sounds dire. Let's find out.